Best of two, sorry. As we do have to the upper right-hand side, the red pros play from My Insanity, it is PtitDrogo. And then down to the bottom left-hand side, our blue Terran player is from My Insanity as well. It's aLive, the My Insanity Showdown. Alright. Not sure what happened there. Alright, so at this point, guys, these games are being casted from replays. They were played within the last 2.5, 3.5 hours. You know, for example, aLive just finished up like 15 minutes ago. But these are just matches that took place earlier today that were happening while we were doing other matches live. But it's such a stacked and cool group that I really feel like there's a lot of different matches that are worth broadcasting to you guys. And so obviously we've hidden away the results so that we can basically cast these as though they are live. Like, there really is very little difference between not watching this live and watching this replay, because it was literally played today. No one knows the results apart from the players and the admin. Even I don't know the results of these either, so it's as good as we can get without obviously like basically making the players take their entire day to play this group, which just wouldn't really make sense when we can so easily cast a bunch of the matches from replay as well. So the setup on aLive for our first game of this best of two between aLive and Drogo. The second map of this will be Abyssal Reef. So let's see how that continues on as we move on through into these replays. If you are enjoying the stream today, guys, thank you so much for joining me just in general. I do appreciate you all being here. We are less than 100 followers away from 20,000 followers here on the channel, which is absolutely insane. Thank you so much, everyone, for all of your love, support, and everything else. Really do appreciate it. Really do appreciate you guys being here and just joining me in general to just enjoy StarCraft 2 together. Really do appreciate all you guys being here and so on. So thank you very much for just enjoying and following and all the rest. Of course, if you're enjoying the stream, you can support with subs and donations and cheers. Just before we get too carried on in this game, I will just say our sub replay pack went out today. So if you subscribe today, you will get your hands on over 250 replays played in the last couple of weeks from very, very high-level players and all the rest of it. So, you know, if that sounds interesting to you, get your subs down in today. Not trying to blackmail you too much, or not really blackmail, but coerce you too much, but they are some pretty sick replays, so give that consideration. Let's talk about the game. Stargate opening here from Drogo. So Stargate opening here from Drogo, while on the other side of the map we'll see the starport coming on up for aLive. Let's see, the Reaper just going to pop down a low ground. The Dev just hit a single shot onto us. The Reaper will get one kill here, and we'll just see the Reaper being able to dodge around this Adept for a few seconds, but will get caught eventually. And the Adept's able to clean up here nice and easily. So good cleanup, and we will see the first Oracle very shortly moving across the map. I mean, from aLive so far, Cyclone on the way. He's already built a Widow Mine. A Viking 2 is just a super defensive build. I mean, this is really sort of like anti-Stargate build. You know, make sure you've got a Widow Mine to cover one mineral line, you got a Cyclone to cover another, you got the Viking to help push it away as well. You've got basically everything you could possibly dream of right here as the Terran player to push away initial Oracles and all the rest of it. The Cyclone does pop. The Viking will pop too. First Oracle will take its journey down the right-hand side of the map. And as we'll see, Drogo just setting this up into a position where you can maybe get something done with it. So as Oracle comes down the right, and then a little bit further through the south as well. Liberator on the way up as well from aLive. And with the double Cyclone Liberator, I mean, there's a lot of aggressive opportunities. The only problem is Acolyte is not the easiest of maps to move across in any way, shape, or form. It's quite a large map. It is quite a stretch from bottom left to bottom right. And so it is something which you have to be a little bit kind of cautious of, I guess. And, you know, I think aLive will find it difficult to really get too much damage done early by just pushing straight across the map. But we'll see. Revelation is down, and Drogo will see this attack starting to move over. But it's not slowing aLive down at all. He is just getting ready to build his third CC down in location on that low ground as well, just as the Oracle flies away as well. So that is intriguing. Oracle will not be there to slow that down. Very brave by aLive to actually do that then. Because usually, I mean, you put a CC on the low ground, nothing to protect it, Oracle's going to have the time of its life. Alright then, a couple of Cyclones coming up top, the Viking here as well, and we are going to see that push in towards the third base in the next few moments. Oracle will be finishing up in a few moments' time. The Twilight drops down, the Forge will be dropping down as well momentarily. Cyclone starts to have a little bit of a go at at one of the Adepts there. Widowmine will burrow. First overcharge used. The only overcharge for now. Only 16 energy left on that ownership core. Overcharge picks off 2 more Marines, though. A bit of a miss rally there, as we do see the Viking lands, picks up 3 kills. Where's the Liberator? I actually don't know where the Liberator is. There it is, actually in the natural expansion. My apologies, didn't quite see that there right away. 5 workers killed. Well, with Triple Oracle out, we're going to see Drogo able to push out the front very easily, as you can see, and he's going to clean up absolutely everything, actually, alive. Taking some heavy damage there, really losing out on a good chunk of stuff. As we're going to see this Liberator continuing to move away down the right-hand side of the map. As we're going to be seeing the few Stalkers able to help, just again, push away that Liberator every now and then. +1/+1 upgrades coming through here from aLive as well in his own natural expansion. So he's setting up into that. The Blink upgrade coming through here from Drogo as well as that +1. Very similar to what we've seen him doing in earlier stages of today. As Triple Oracle will come in, and I guess we'll get rid of this missile turret aLive. No cancel. Does get the kill there. And again, just to reiterate, as some people are asking in chat, we are casting this game from a replay. This game was played about less than an hour ago. Again, just so many matches took place during this group that we had to overlap some of them, and so we didn't get to cast all of them live, but I think a lot of them are worth bringing to you guys nonetheless, and so we are casting some of them from replays to give you guys the games nonetheless, basically. You know, it's as simple as that, really. As simple as that. 1/1 upgrade, Stim, combat shields coming on through. Going to see a couple more Widow Mines on the way up, another couple Medivacs too, extra barracks in at the main base. Robo facility from Drogo is dropping down in his natural expansion. A lot of his army coming across the map now, gathering together quite a kind of a scary force, I guess. A lot of Blink Stalkers, the Triple Oracle here for the high ground vision as well, and Revelations to help deal with Widow Mines. A lot of potential here for Drogo to potentially do some damage. Not a lot of places to blink in an Acolyte, and this low ground bunker will definitely help to defend. That doesn't take away the fact that this still is got some potential here. As Drogo getting ready to push the front. Might even just get rid of this bunker right from the get-go. No SCVs pulled preemptively. And so we've been able to see the bunker just going down. Those Marines get rid of one single Stalker in there. Kind of trade-off. He's going to be seen now. Now the SCVs being pulled in. The Marines and the Marauder here too to help keep pushing this back. Once again, that Orbital Command Center is getting on fire. And Stalkers are having to trade once again against this. Marines and Marauders will come back in. Oracle's going down pretty quickly. 7 workers killed, and Drogo even kills the 3rd CC. That's kind of a huge pick-off right there. Another Oracle going down as these Stalkers and Adepts going to push up the ramp, and, well, maybe not push up the ramp, but push these opposing units up the ramp. Kind of a crazy situation right there. As we're going to be seeing 12 workers killed. 3rd CC killed off as well, and Drogo was taking monumental leads in this game. I mean, up a base, up multiple workers now, 15, 20 workers. A couple of Widow Mines here will get the job done. 5 and then 3 more makes 8, and that is something to pull Drogo back a step. Take him down a rung on the ladder and give aLive a chance to maybe somehow just leap on up and grab Drogo's ankles to start clawing his way back into this. But so far, even still, it's going to be difficult. It really is going to have to be a miracle come back from aLive. He just starts to rebuild his 3rd base in location. I guess the one thing aLive does have is that army count, 50, army supply to 38. He's got +1/+1 against just +1. So there is bits and pieces here for aLive to potentially make use of in the near future to potentially give him what he needs to take a bit of a lead here now in game. Well, not to take a lead, but to come back a bit in the game. So there's some opportunities, but they're not sort of like, oh, well, this is definitely going to happen. He still has to find good fights, and again, the larger map definitely doesn't benefit aLive at this moment, because if he wants to get across and take advantage of those, of those things which he has in favor of himself, well, he's not going to be able to do that very quickly at all, the way things are currently going. Medivac lifts up some units to try and get them away from that little force field in, and it just goes completely wrong for him as well. Shut down and picked off. And those Marauders and Widow Mines and the Medivac getting killed off. Very nice for Drogo once again. He now just fights down here on the low ground. Blinks forwards, gets rid of the single Widow Mine, and he will just continue to pick away at Medivacs as well. Expensive units going down. And aLive's hopes in this first game are starting to trickle down the drain. Drogo just has so many answers to everything aLive is trying to go for. Let's see if he can defend this double drop. Obviously, one way a Terran player can find a way back into any game would be generally a possibility of kind of dropping around and out multitasking your opponent. Let's see if that's something aLive can find here in game 1, as he does get rid of the mothership core. Overcharges were popped already, but he could lift up and go into the high ground, or I guess he could also just sit here and kind of trade, but the Adepts are here. Nice pull away by Drogo, minimizes the splash damage, and so he's able to just keep on fighting this. And honestly, not really that many Marines left. Some cute micro picking them up into Medivacs. Now the Stalkers have arrived, and that will be enough to push this back. A full cleanup here minus the Medivacs, and Drogo does hold on, and aLive just losing more units with, again, not really much gain at all. It's going to be seeing the two medevacs boosting back down to the south side. The Oracle here of Drogo just pulling back up as well. With his fourth base on the way, I mean, aLive has re-established his third CC, but the fact that it's morphed into an orbital just finished at 10:30 in the game kind of lets you know how this is going for aLive. Still not pretty, still not easy for him to get back into this in any way, shape, or form, as you see a couple of Colossi just on the way out from Drogo. They'll potentially be joining up in a few moments. I'm just going to be seeing a few more depths gathering together. Another armor upgrade coming through. I mean, everything really going his way. I guess he's, again, maybe going to be behind on upgrades a little bit. But he did everything he had to survive that previous attack where aLive had a bit more army supply. You know, he got rid of the Widow Mines. He didn't take big Widow Mine hits. He had good force fields. He just had good engagements, and that's what you need. I mean, if he takes the engagement badly, maybe with that slight upgrade advantage, maybe that's how aLive does get back into this. But that really didn't happen. I was just going to be seeing those units just gathering on up just next to these couple of pylons. And even just look at the map control here for Drogo. He sees absolutely everything on the map. He's got pylons top left to watch for drops. He's got a prism over here. He's got a depth spread out. He's got Phoenix flying around, stasis wards. I mean, there isn't anything which Drogo doesn't have on the map right now. First thing he's lost in a long time in terms of map vision is this one watchtower, which this Marauder takes control of. Now the Liberator is going to push back this Warp Prism as well, but not for too long. Stalkers will blink underneath and will be able to keep the Warp Prism alive, and just does manage to get a Stalker there for his efforts as well. Sorry, a Liberator there for his efforts as well with the Stalkers. In fact, he gets two. Blink is going to come off cooldown, maybe just in time to get underneath. In fact, I think Blink will get the kill, and there it is. Both of the Liberators going down. Big pickoff as we're going to see aLive now going to go for the Hail Mary. Lifts everything up into the medevacs and throws it across the map, but look what's there. Map control wins out already for Drogo. Oracle in the middle throws down that Revelation, and suddenly it's going to be this army of aLive going to get pushed, thrown in towards this natural expansion. I mean, he's just going to go for it, but again, Drogo knew it was coming over. He's got the Revelation on it, and, well, it does actually get the drop off. The Stalkers didn't make it back in time. The overcharges were not enough. But the point is the Stalkers are now here, and so the damage done is really only going to be a couple of pylons, and not much beyond that. As we're going to be seeing Drogo continues to work his way through this, blinking forwards, targeting down medevacs, at least trying to. Widowmine's actually getting quite a lot done. More Stalkers coming in. Eventually this is pushed away, and Drogo just clean it up to now once more take control of his base and to be able to push out again. Again, if he doesn't see that coming, he loses at least a Nexus and maybe some production too, and that's where things start to become a bit more problematic. But instead he did get in position. He was able to make it work. And that was pretty good stuff, as we're going to be seeing these units gathering together on the left-hand side. Just going to be seeing aLive, looking to see where he can go. Free upgrades coming through here for our Terran player now. Again, he's been pretty good on just being a little bit ahead on the upgrades every now and then, just because he's been on double engineering bay against a single forge throughout the game. Here we go, the large fight is just going to start going Drogo's way, and there's no retreating here for aLive. The blinking Stalkers are going to get rid of medevacs, they're going to get rid of Liberators now as well. The numbers are overwhelming in Drogo's favor, and he takes game one of these two games. Into game two, top left-hand side, our Red Protoss player is PtitDrogo in this My Insanity showdown. He's going up against the blue Terran player to the bottom right-hand side. It is aLive. Yeah, because I would really like to see these groups as well. I can update it a little bit myself. It's just very difficult to kind of do that when I only have such short breaks, and especially, again, with my broken wrist, I can't really type as fast as I usually do, so it all becomes a bit more complex than it usually would be. Again, what's up, everyone in the chat today? We're approaching 20,000 followers, so if you haven't already, do consider hitting that follow button. Would love you for it. And, of course, other than that, just hope you're enjoying the streams in general. Hope you're enjoying the channel and the content we have for you guys today. Big shout out to OSC for giving us the coverage of OSC Masters Cup. It's been awesome. We had so many qualifiers for this a couple of weeks ago. The group stages so far have been awesome as well. And obviously still 3 days left to go. Group D on Friday, playoffs on Saturday and Sunday. aLive bottom right, Drogo top left as we head into game two. Let's see what the differences will be. Let's see what's going to happen as we head into this time around. Whoa, what's up, TLO? Hitting us up with that 1,000 viewer host. Hello, hello, hello. And hello everyone from TLO's stream. How are you guys doing? If you just joined us, then someone in the chat might be able to give you a link. We have a straw poll going right now, which will allow you to basically see where, basically, if you get to vote for which matches we're going to cast. We're doing kind of a big round-robin group. We've already covered a bunch of matches live today, but we have a bunch of replays left to bring you from the matches that we played earlier today, basically. And we're just going to cast them in the order that you guys want to see them. So, if someone would be kind enough to link that straw poll, otherwise I'll do it after this game. And you'll be able to get voted on which matches you want to see. Basically, a selection of matches from Optimus, Snoot, aLive, and PtitDrogo, and Cham as well. Proxy Factory here from aLive to the left-hand side. He is expanding, but the Proxy Factory coming down nonetheless. So some early aggression. Let's see what he's going to go for as we set up into this. Look to see what Drogo's going to be opening with this time around. He opened Stargate last time. Let's see if he's going to change it up. It's going to be a Stargate again. So, Stargate, 2 games back-to-back, as we do see again. The factory about to finish up from aLive now. And as aLive finishes up this factory, we'll see obviously openings and possibilities of how he kind of funnels on. Starport will be proxy too, but generally suggests more of like a Widowmine-based drop proxy rather than like a Cyclone push. And especially for a reactor on the factory, it sort of feels that same way as well. Can't believe you actually went and broke yourself. I know you remember the chat before I left with the warning. I mean, it's just a typical meme, isn't it? Oh my god, you can't go in the real world, you'll get hurt. I mean, first time I go and take a vacation or like time out that isn't esports related for like a year, and I literally break my wrist. It's insane. It's kind of funny. It's a good meme. Good meme, fam. Good meme. Alright, reactor finishes up and 2 Widow Mines on the way out. Gonna see this Medevacus coming on through as well. Gonna see this Oracle is just over halfway done. Setting on up, and yeah, let's see how it goes. I mean, obviously just Widow Mine drops from aLive early. Gonna be putting on a lot of pressure, trying to get a lot of damage done. With the Oracle play, I mean, it's a bit awkward because the first Oracle is going to be out of position, and then, well, we'll see if he builds a second Oracle. He will. Problem is, if 2 Widow Mines drop split up, then there's a chance that the Revelation alone won't be enough. Obviously, there is the possibility of killing mines before they get burrowed, but that's not always a guarantee, as we're going to see next Medevac on the way. And again, for aLive, because he's expanded fairly early, he's also in this position where, you know, he can afford to kind of get away from not doing too much damage. So any damage he does do, just really put him in a good spot. As here we go, initial drop goes in. Is there a mothership core? No! Drogo! Oh dear. No longer Drogo. A bit like Dro-No. 10 workers go down. aLive has absolutely destroyed the first mineral line of his opponent. And, well, the Oracle does pop out, does drop a Revelation. But guess what? One Widow Mine already goes to the natural, like we mentioned. If it burrows there, then the other Oracle has to come home and Revelate. And it just gets more and more complex as we see more Widow Mines moving now into the main. I actually don't know if you start to recover from this at any point. That Revelation does go down, but now there's no detection for the main base as the next couple of Widow Mines come on through. As we're going to be seeing 1 Widow Mine drops, and again, aLive will be smart enough to split these up to the point of making sure they don't kind of get hit by the same Revelation here. A little bit of burrow and unburrow action. Going to go off on one of those probes right there. Again, this Oracle's coming into position to try and do something about it, but already aLive is just going to be starting to take quite an advantage. Drogo comes around the right side of the map to maybe counterattack. I'm not sure if he can, not sure how much he'll do. Did he do that with 1 Revelation? I think he used the 2. Yeah, it's not great though. So much lost mine time as well. aLive's economy income advantage has been skyrocketing for the last 3 seconds. We're going to be seeing Widow Mines in the natural as well, splitting up, and again, just making life difficult. That Revelation hits one of the 2 Widow Mines. And while the attack at the front comes in, this is the chance for maybe Drogo to do something, but the bunker is there, and aLive will be too strong, and that will be 1-1.